Good morning, Emerson. Today is Thursday, November 20th, and late Tuesday, Buffalo, New York was consumed by a massive snowstorm that accumulated approximately 70 inches of snow. Claire Kerr is here to fill us in.
And a new celebrity is tying the knot. It just so happens to be Charles Manson. And he's 80, and he's one of the most notorious murderers in history. Oh, and his fiance is 26. Great story. Maggie Morlath is here to give us more.
I'm Christian Mudrick.
And I'm Mike Lupo. Welcome to Good Morning, Emerson. How are you, Christian?
You know, not bad. Any day's a good day when you got shark socks on.
Oh my God,
you know?
those are great. Did you miss me on Tuesday?
I did. How are the dogs?
The dogs were good, as
Good.
always. I think they're going to
Good.
get adopted real quick.
That's good.
Hopefully.
But I saw the pic. They were cute.
Yeah, they're always cute. I mean, whatever. But we have breaking news out of Florida State University. There was a school shooting on the campus, on the school library. Claire Kerr will be here in just a couple minutes to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, and then later on, Maggie Morlath will be in studio to tell us about the new live-action Cinderella movie.
Live action.
Live action.
Which, I don't understand how they can do that.
Just real people.
Yeah, no, I understand that it's real people, but, it's such a classic. It's Cinderella. You can't just put people in Cinderella.
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to put people in Maleficent, but Angelina Jolie did.
Yeah, I mean, I guess same thing with The Lion King on Broadway.
Yeah, they do it a lot.
Maybe it's not as uncommon as I thought.
It's called a cash grab.
Oh, okay. It's all about making money nowadays, isn't
yeah.
it? All right, whatever. But then Sam Benson-Smith is in studio, but then he also went out to Newbury Street to some boutiques and saw some kind of winter clothes ideas.
And was jocking your style doing the man on the street package.
I know, right?
Ugh, gosh.
Whatever.
And last night, actually, we had Emerson's Next Top Model. And
speaking of fashion.
Yes, speaking of fashion. And one of our very own won the whole thing. Kyle Neal, our associate producer, actually took home the prize of Emerson's Next Top Model.
And I know, on Tuesday, you interviewed Alex Clark, who was originally hosting alone.
Correct.
But then leave it to Christian Mudrick to get a hosting job out of an interview. How exactly did that go about?
Literally exactly what you just said. We were interviewing, he said, "You want to host?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?"
He was probably kidding, but you take it up. You take up the opportunity to wear all black, everything. It was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But first, earlier this morning, we did have a tragic school shooting at Florida State University.
Right.
And now we're going to send it over to Claire Kerr, who has more details on the tragic story.
Good morning, everyone. Let's get started with today's news. We begin this morning with breaking overnight news. A shooting at Florida State University leaves 3 students injured. The gunman was shot dead by police after opening fire in a campus library around 12:30 a.m. Students received a campus-wide alert text message during the incident. The shooter did not comply with police orders to drop his weapon. It is unclear whether the gunman was a student. One victim is reportedly in critical condition. The other 2 are in stable condition. Classes at FSU are canceled today, and police are continuing their investigation. An extreme snowstorm near Buffalo, New York has resulted in at least 7 deaths. 4 of the victims reportedly had cardiac problems and were unable to make it to the hospital. A 46-year-old man died in his car where he was trapped in over 12 feet of snow pileup. These severe weather conditions are apparently from a lake effect in the Buffalo area, causing excessive snowfall. More than 60 inches of snow has accumulated. Drivers have remained stranded as transportation has been at a halt. The snow is expected to keep falling until tomorrow, and New York Governor Andrew Cuomo warned that people could be trapped inside for days. The United States Senate has voted down the USA Freedom Act by a vote of 58 to 42. It was 2 votes shy of the 60 needed in order to pass. The reform bill sought to end the controversial collection of U.S. phone record data by the National Security Agency. The bill was sponsored by Vermont Democrat Senator Patrick Leahy. The Senate did not rule in favor of retracting any of the NSA's surveillance powers. This comes nearly 18 months after Edward Snowden's disclosures, which overturned the secrecy of U.S. surveillance. New legislation will be required in the near future. Next June, the legal basis for phone records under the Patriot Act will expire. And the daughter of a New York firefighter who died on 9/11 is becoming a firefighter herself. 34-year-old Josephine Smith graduated from the Fire Academy on Tuesday and joined the official fire department of New York City. Her father, Kevin Smith, was honored at the ceremony. Smith says she has wanted to be a firefighter her whole life. Losing her father in the 9/11 terror attacks only strengthened her goal. Smith is the first daughter of a firefighter killed on 9/11 to become a firefighter herself. Smith acknowledged that her father would be, quote, absolutely proud, and the rest of Smith's family has supported her dream that she has now achieved. Well, that's all the news I have for now. Back to Mike and Christian on the couch.
Thanks a lot, Claire. It's great to see a firefighter's daughter who was lost in 9/11 actually come back and start to begin her career in saving lives herself, probably just like her father did.
What a great way to honor her father.
Yeah.
Absolutely, following right in his footsteps, carrying on that legacy. And you know, with such a tragic event that could have maybe discouraged her dream, she only let it strengthen it. And I think that's wonderful. Like you said, she'll be saving lives herself.
Great. All right. Well, 60 inches of snow in Buffalo is cool and all, but I want to know what's happening in our neck of the woods. Lauren, this can't happen here, right? Please tell me we can't have this happen. Please. Please.
No.
Thanks, Christian and Mike. Yesterday was a gorgeous sunny day. Too bad it was a little difficult to appreciate the sun with temperatures remaining in the lower 30s. We're still getting used to these freezing temperatures, but at least we have the privilege of adjusting to the cold without any substantial pre-winter snow. After a major snowstorm dumped a record-breaking 6 feet of snow on Buffalo, New York Tuesday, I don't think we have anything to complain about. Today is going to be partly cloudy with an expected high of 43 degrees. With a 0% chance of rain, you'll want to enjoy the beautiful sunny day. But because wind gusts could potentially shoot up to 30 miles per hour, you might consider doing so from the view of your dorm room. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows in the mid-20s. The sun will set at 4:20 p.m., so make sure you do all your errands before then. With the early darkness comes those early evening lows in the 20s. Tomorrow will be clear and sunny with temperatures dipping down to a high of 36 degrees. That clear coldness will continue on into the evening, so you should remain warm and dry on your Friday night out as long as you bundle up. The rest of our 5-day forecast is really looking up. Seriously, the temperatures are actually going to go up. Saturday will be more like the days before with clear skies and an expected high of 37 degrees. Sunday will be much warmer with an expected high of 50 degrees, a temperature well worth the expected cloudy skies. Monday's temperature has this week's high of 60 degrees. I didn't think I would be seeing a temperature this warm anytime soon, but I'm happy to be wrong. The only catch is there is a 90% chance it will rain on Monday, but after a week of sunny skies, we all knew it was coming. Temperatures should go back to being in the mid-40s next week, and as of right now, Thanksgiving is expected to be partly cloudy with highs in the mid-40s. Thank goodness we will have that 60-degree day to warm up our Thanksgiving break. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, not a white Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all next week. Back to you, Christian and Mike.
Thank you. Now, the Paddington Bear, it's kind of a staple in childhood
Storytelling.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say so. But now there's a movie about a British film, and it's getting some flack.
Some traction, some tension right out of the gate. It's opening in the UK, I think, like next week.
Yeah.
And it's opening here next year.
In January, yeah.
Right. So the debate right now is it was originally supposed to be rated G,
right?
But
because it's the Paddington Bear.
Because it's the Paddington Bear, but now it has been rated PG.
And did they listed reasons as to why this is why? And I know you're none too happy, and neither is the creator of the film with their reasons for creating it.
The reasons for having it rated PG instead of G was for mild violence, scenes of taxidermy, and because in one scene, the bear apparently flirts with a cross-dressing man.
Oh, and then I also read that one of the reasons was because of dangerous activity, such as the bear being in a refrigerator. They counted that, right? Right. So this is actually rated by the British Film Council instead of the MPAA, but they work very similar in very similar ways. And I know that the MPAA is pretty corrupt in their rating system. It's kind of like however much money you have, you kind of
pick the rating you want.
Pick the rating you want. And people may say a PG rating is not a big deal as compared to a G rating, but it's going to sway some parents away from this movie.
going to the movie.
Will it be as big as like a PG-13 rating instead of a PG rating, or an R instead of a PG-13? No.
And
But
I think the important issue here is that parents should be deciding and should be doing research as to what they want their kids to see.
Right.
And I think that the rating is more of like a guideline. And plus, it's just a cute and cuddly bear. But unfortunately for him, he's not as cute and cuddly as Madeline Avery, who, if you stick around, will be here to talk with Amanda Tessier about the Emerson Olympics.
Yep.
So stick around.
that was great. So cute and cuddly. Oh man, that's a great little bump
That
shot.
was.
The Miami Dolphins have a huge game against Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos this Sunday. And Logan Reaver is here and will be making absolutely no mention of that game whatsoever, which is really, really dumb. But whatever. Take it away, Logan.
Home sweet home. Early on in the season, TD Garden was anything but for the Bruins, starting off 2-4 in Boston. But since the 1st of November, the boys have gotten it together at home, winning 5 in a row, giving them an edge at the Garden of 7-4. They got a chance to make that streak 6 on Tuesday night against the Blues. Claude Giroux getting ready with his squad. First period, it's going to be a turnover by Ian Cole to Patrice Bergeron, who puts it in for the 1-0 lead just 5 minutes in. Now jumping to the second period, it is going to be a goal right there by Krug, right on Brian Elliott. That gives the Bees the 2-0 edge. The story of the night would be Tuukka Rask, though, as he made another shutout. 2-0 final. This one coming the final seconds of this one. Coming up big again for the Bees. Gotta hope that play continues as the defense improves from the early season struggles. This may not be the most glorious start we foresaw, but they are getting it together just a bit. They head to St. Louis to take on the same Blues team on Friday. Adrian Peterson. What a story this has been in the NFL season. It seemed like it was all over when the court case against Peterson came to an end and everything seemed cleared up. But that was just momentarily. The NFL decided to suspend Peterson for the remainder of the season this week. The suspension will come without pay for the rest of the 2014 season. Peterson will appeal in response and could possibly play this Sunday in actuality. Now, this suspension has less to do with the case against him in regards to the abuse of his son and more about his attitude and actions towards the NFL. You see, Peterson was asked to go to a hearing by the NFL following the case against his son, and well, he just did not show up. This just goes to show that he idiotically doesn't deserve to play for the rest of the season. Also, too much controversy would be surrounding him if he were to play. It's best he takes the rest of this season off and plays again for the first time next season. For those who can't stand professional sports, you're in luck. College basketball has returned, and the first week has given us some great headlines. In the first week, we had a miraculous University of Miami win against number 8 Florida in Gainesville. Also, we had Wichita State returning to their regular season form from last season in a big win against Memphis, and 2 matchups that were the talk of the young season coming in was number 19 Michigan State against Duke, and then number 5 Kansas against number 1 overall Kentucky. With Duke, they played a classic Coach K game to beat the Spartans and looked like a prime top-tier team once again this season. But in the Kansas-Kentucky game, you want to talk about a team that will dominate this season. Kentucky is not just all hype. They're going to do big things this season, beating the number 5 team in the country by, get this, 32 points. They kept them to under 20% shooting. That is unfathomable. Watch out for these boys in blue coming up this season. That's 000s for me. Back to the couch.
Hey, those Miami Hurricanes, big win over there, but how about the Miami Dolphins? No, I don't need to ask you about that. Let's go back to Adrian Peterson for a second.
To me, at least, he doesn't seem to really respect his job. And what is his absence going to mean for the NFL overall?
You know, he's such a great running back in this league, and the league is definitely better with him. But the way he's acted throughout all of this, it just goes to show that maybe the people we thought they once were when they were playing the league don't turn out to be who they are. A very questionable attitude, and I just don't understand why he's doing all this.
Absolutely.
Well, he's one of the best players in the NFL, but still, the NFL couldn't do without Adrian Peterson. But GME can't really do it without Madeline Avery. She's here right now.
So cute and cuddly.
Madeline, take it away.
Thanks so much, Mike and Christian. Well, I am sitting down with Amanda Tessier, who has been here a few times. She's from Emerson Channel Sports, and we're here to talk about the Emerson Olympics event. So thanks so much for being here, Amanda.
Thank you for having me.
So can you just kind of explain to me what the event is and how you and your team came up with it?
So Emerson Athletics put together a committee and partnered with ECS to develop a pep rally competition style event to celebrate the start of basketball season.
Great. So what are some of the things that the contestants will be doing at the event and some of the kind of different things that the contestants will be participating in?
We have a wide range of activities from minute to win it challenges to more obstacle course style work. So they're going to have a lot of fun. We have about 9 teams competing tonight.
That's a lot of people getting down in the gym. So is that part of the hope of the event, to get more people?
Yeah, we're looking to have more engagement in the community. We're bringing in Quidditch, so the Quidditch players and basketball players will be competing against each other tonight.
Great. And so what are some of the prizes that the contestants could win, or the different Quidditch teams?
So they can win 8 movie passes for the winning team. We also have gift cards and lots of swag from Emerson Athletics, like t-shirts, bags, anything you could think of.
That's great. I love those movie tickets. So where is the event and when is it, Amanda?
It's going to be tonight at 9 p.m. in the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker gym. That's in the basement of Piano Row. And it's going to last until about midnight. We'll bring out food towards the end. We're hoping to have some Red Bull there. It's going to be a really great time.
Yeah, so if I go, can I win a gold medal? Because I've always wanted to win a gold medal in the Olympics, so I figured this would be my way to break in.
We don't have gold medals, but you will get the movie passes if you win.
Okay, so a movie ticket will do. Okay, great. Well, thanks so much, Amanda, for being here. Everyone should check out the Emerson Olympics event tonight in the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker gym. That's in the bottom of Piano Row, and that's tonight at 8 p.m.?
9 p.m.
9 p.m., perfect. So. Thanks so much, Amanda. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Maggie Morlath has some entertainment news, and we've got fashion on the way. So stay right here on Good Morning Emerson on the Emerson Channel.
Welcome back. Everyone's favorite man on the street, no, not you, Mike. Billy Eichner has signed on to work on a regular series for Hulu, and here with everything you need to know and more is Maggie Morlath.
I'm hurt.
Life is getting a little helter-skelter at the Corcoran State Prison in California. Charles Manson is getting married. Manson, leader of the Manson family cult responsible for 7 murders in 1969, is now licensed to marry his love, Afton Burton, or Star, as he calls her. Though the 80-year-old is spending life in prison, the 26-year-old Star connected with him at age 19 when she moved from Illinois to California to be near him. It was a match made in homicidal heaven. Star says she subscribes to Manson's environmental ideology of ATWA, air, trees, water, and animals, and also manages Manson's social media accounts. The wedding will only be permitted to occur on a visiting day with up to 10 outside guests. I'm sure the unconventional couple will try to keep the ceremony as standard as possible. Star will wear white and Manson will wear, well, orange is the new black, right? A Little Disney Magic will soon be bringing Cinderella to life with a live-action film of the classic cartoon due out this March. Disney recently released the official trailer. Let's check it out.
Glass, and you find that really comfortable. Now off you go, for you shall go to the ball. They're all looking at you.
Believe me, they're all looking at you.
Where there is kindness, there is goodness. And where there is goodness, there is magic.
We've got quite a cast to look forward to. Downton Abbey's Lily James starring as Cinderella, Game of Thrones' Richard Madden as her prince, Cate Blanchett as her wicked stepmother, and even Helena Bonham Carter as her fairy godmother. I'm hoping that this new film isn't too different than the original, because the fact that Helena Bonham Carter is not playing an evil character is already quite a shock to me. Now, if you're a big fan of dystopian young adult fiction, then you've probably already purchased your tickets for tonight's premiere of Mockingjay Part 1, the 3rd installment in the Hunger Games series. If you're like me, then you'll probably stay home and just listen to the movie soundtrack with songs curated by Lorde. That's right, Lorde handpicked each track on the album, and she's put together a pretty cool collection. There's some Tovlo, Churches, and Charlie XCX, and some random yet rad collaborations. Major Lazer and Ariana Grande, and then Lorde, Stromae, Pusha T, Q-Tip, and Haim. I mean, I'm not telling you to stay home tonight and binge listen on Spotify, but if you do, the odds may be in your favor. And speaking of binge watching, a new comedy starring Billy Eichner and Julie Klausner will soon be hitting Hulu. The show Difficult People will be produced by comedy queen Amy Poehler and will feature Billy and Julie as best friends living in New York, who I'm assuming will be difficult to deal with. Though Billy has reached recent fame with his half-harassment, half-man-on-the-street interviews, Julie has been working behind the scenes for years as a writer and podcaster. I have full faith that these two will deliver us some funny business. In Amy, I trust. This has been Magsmo with all the entertainment news you need to know.
In Amy, we all trust, I
trust.
think, yeah.
Now, Mags, Charles Manson, this story is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But what does Manson's fiance's family think about this whole
They're
situation?
actually really upset about it, and her mother has come out and expressed her, distaste for him and her feelings about this pending marriage.
As well,
but
maybe she should.
yeah, I don't think anyone's really shocked about that. It's just kind of chilling, actually, to watch the interview because to watch this young woman so infatuated with this man who we all have come to terms with the fact that he's killed 7 people.
Right.
Yeah.
And that he's not the most mentally stable.
Most notorious killer in
Ever.
recent
Yeah.
memory. Yeah,
Wild
unbelievable.
stuff.
All right, thanks, Mags. Now, I broke out the scarf and gloves the other day, and I have to say, I love winter clothing. Almost
too.
as much as I love not having gale force winds every day walking to class, but we can't have it all, can we? Someone who pretty much has it all is Sam Benson-Smith, and he took over Newberry Street. Take a look.
Hello, this is Sam Benson-Smith for Good Morning Emerson's fashion segment. We're here today in Crush Boutique on Newberry Street. We're going to check out some fashions right around Thanksgiving. Let's check it out. We're here today with Nisa LaFont. We've got a few over here hanging, and we've got this number over here. Can you tell me a little bit about that one?
Absolutely. So this is by one of our favorite designers, Parker. It's an amazing classic cut sequin dress. All the girls love sequins, and they're huge again this year, as most years. And this is great just because of the colors are timeless, and the fit is just great on any body. A great classic button-up for any woman could wear this. On top of that, we would have a leather jacket. This is from BB Dakota. It's vegan leather, but it makes a great edgy statement.
And quick question, vegan leather, what exactly is that?
Vegan leather, it is our animal-friendly leather. So it is synthetic, but it's great because it still keeps you warm and it acts like a real leather without the price point.
Well, that sounds like a plus. Is it cage-free, though?
It is cage-free.
Fantastic. All right.
2 options with the button-up and the leather. A little more edge with some distressed citizens of humanity. It's their new cotton denim, or just a classic black.
Whether it's vegan leather, distressed denim, or sequins, Crush Boutique has a whole lot to offer when it comes to Thanksgiving outfits. For Good Morning Emerson's fashion segment, I'm Sam Benson-Smith.
Well, Sam Benson-Smith is here to talk about something I don't really know much about, which is shining shoes, but I'm excited to learn about it. So Sam, what do you have for us?
All right, well, today I'm going to talk about something I've known about how to do for a while now. I've known how to do it for about 5 or 7 years,
I'm
and that is
impressed
shining shoes.
that you know how to do this because it's almost a lost art. Like I see a bunch of shoe shining stores in Penn Station and all around the city, and nobody's in them anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody shines shoes anymore, so it's a lost art, and I'm proud
Except
that
for
you do
Andy
it.
Dwyer on Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
That's my favorite
Very
character.
true.
He's a shoe shiner. He shoe shines, so I'm excited to learn how to be like him.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, you see, the only time you see it is on Parks and Rec, or if you're rewatching, Oliver Twist or something. But the thing is, people spend a lot of money on their shoes. You know, you drop a lot of money on nice leather shoes. The thing is, they don't get as much life out of them as they used to. However, if you go to get a shoe shine, it can run you like $15 to $20. But with the stuff I have right here, you can do your own shoe shine kit for under $20. So
Okay,
it's
so
phenomenal. What
we're
we
gonna
have here
take-
today.
We're going to take the black shoes, right?
Yes, you guys can take the
Okay.
black shoes. So here's your shoe
It
polish.
definitely has a smell to it, let me tell you.
Yeah,
It's ripe. It is a ripe smell. So what you have is your
do you know you're
rag can
supposed to do
be.
that?
I know that I'm supposed to do
You the first thing you do is you got to make sure there's no dirt on the shoes, which
Right.
we're good. We're already pre-cleaned.
Oh, okay.
You get a rag, which can be just like an old T-shirt or something like that, real cheap. And you got a horsehair brush, which we're going to use after. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your rag, you're going to apply it evenly
Yeah, I
to
was
the
right.
shoe. I don't know if we're going to be able to hit the entire shoe today, but let's just start with the toes. As you can see at the start of that, or at the top of that shoe, there are some scratches. As you see on these boots, these are really worn in.
Yeah.
We wouldn't actually use shoe polish for these. We'd use mink oil because it's more of a tough leather.
Mink oil.
Mink oil.
That just sounds like PETA doesn't like you.
You know, I'm gonna hope that my PETA constituents aren't watching today because I do not actually, condone that. But
So it's actually kind of making them less shiny. Are we going from less shiny
yeah,
to more?
initially you put the polish on, it actually changes the color and the look of the shoe. You really get in the crevices, and the thing I like about the T-shirt is a lot of the other rags, they're kind of tough to get into the creases. You can actually use socks. I was taught how to do it with socks. So you apply it evenly throughout the toe of the shoe.
Sam.
We do the rest of it usually, but you let it sit for maybe a minute
Okay,
or
if you
so.
do this in a confined space, you might pass out.
That brown color is very different than a lot of the brown shoes that I have. Can I still use that same brown?
Because the thing is, when it comes to brown shoes, you might have something that's more of an oxblood color or Cordovan or something.
I'm just gonna slip this.
Oh,
into
yeah.
your
Yeah,
liner.
So you could have a
please do.
different brown color like that.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
The different
Are you
colors of
trying to get a
brown
shoe
would
shine?
give you.
I am.
You feel free to if you want to.
No. You go.
Oh,
go
oh,
right
So
ahead.
what
all
happens
right.
once we polish this?
Okay, so we're gonna start. When you're be polishing it,
Yeah.
you give it a quick one of these.
Okay.
And it completely takes out all scratches on the shoe. So you guys can give that a try. You
Thank
see
you
the
so
difference
much.
on that?
All right.
Completely scuffed. It's completely
Beautiful.
All right, thank you so much, Sam. This is all good. We can learn how to do this, in our dorm room and everything like that. Thanks for coming in, Sam. That's all that we have for you today. Tune in next Tuesday. We're gonna have some cooking and a very special musical guest. Thanks so much for watching. Good morning, Emerson. Have a great day.